next on All Access.
I'm Scott Zolak, and there's a change brewing here in Foxborough.
I'm Dan Roach here at Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots have lost another veteran on defense.
I'm Paul Perillo, and I'm going to tell you why the Houston Texans are a perfect model for the Patriots to follow.
And I'm Steve Burton. Those stories, plus we have Kendrick Bourne mic'd up.
I'm nervous, guys.
Good.
No, like a good nervous.
All Access begins right now. Mistakes continue to plague the Patriots, who dropped to 1-4 on the season. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access, presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. A penalty-infested performance, packaged with poor play and questionable time management, added up to New England's most frustrating loss of the year. Sunday, the Patriots host the 4-1 Houston Texans at Gillette, and will do so with a new quarterback under center.
Going forward, I think now, Drake gives us the best chance to win now and going forward.
The New England Patriots select Drake Maye, quarterback, North Carolina.
Drake Maye, the third overall pick in the NFL draft, will start for the Patriots on Sunday.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm pumped. I like it. First time in Gillette Stadium. Can't beat this.
Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots, and Drake Maye.
Welcome to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Well, there you go. We heard it said. Jerod Mayo has made a decision. He's going with Drake Maye. It's time, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think it's time, and I've been sort of a play May guy from the start, and I understood, the patience, but Mike, it's been 5 weeks of sort of the same thing on offense. It's just not enough production. I think at least you give yourself, you give the rest of that offense an opportunity to see if it looks different with somebody else.
So they're averaging 12.4 points per game, second to last in the NFL. They're averaging 119.4 yards passing per game, last in the NFL. So in that sense, Steve, I think it's time, but in another sense, there's a part of me that has great admiration for Jacoby Brissett. I think he hung in there and under adverse circumstances, not great pass protection, receivers not always getting open. I think the Patriots feel like that's getting better, and that now that's why now is the time to put Drake Maye in a better position.
What does Drake Maye bring to the table that Jacoby didn't?
So I would say first and foremost athleticism, right? I think he has a better arm, but I think he moves better as well. He's a faster guy. I think that some of these plays that I agree with everything Mike said about Jacoby Brissett. I thought he did a remarkable job of getting himself out of some really, really bad situations that I think similar spots might be able to make a first down out of.
Yes.
Not just sort of avoid the sack and throw the ball away or something like that. I think that added mobility could be, sort of an X factor.
The physical traits are outstanding.
Off the chart.
That's why he was the number 3 pick in the draft. So I think the throws probably can make maybe more throws. But what you lose, Steve, is the experience and a little bit of the toughness that we haven't seen from Drake. It might be there, but we know that Jacoby has it the way he kept getting back up.
How do you think the team will respond to Drake Maye, and how do you think Jacoby will respond to Drake Maye being the starter?
Yeah, I'll start with the last part. I have no issues whatsoever with how Jacoby Brissett will respond. I think he's the ultimate professional, and I've said this, I know, earlier in the season. I've never encountered anyone in this league who's ever had a bad word to say about Jacoby Brissett, and I can absolutely see why. From his first stint, Mike, to this, to this return trip. How they'll respond to Drake Maye, I think there'll be some excitement. I think there'll be some enthusiasm for something new. And then it's the age-old thing. That's great. What happens in the second quarter when we're still stuck at 0 on the scoreboard? So the kid will have to produce, but I think there'll be some enthusiasm, both on and off the field.
And to me, Jacoby Brissett wouldn't be human if he thought that it was the wrong decision, right? Because I think that the factors around him haven't been great. At the same time, to Paul's point, he is a pro, and I believe he'll take the decision and will put the team first.
Right.
And put Drake Maye in the best position to succeed.
All right, guys, don't go far because we're going to talk to you a lot more about this football team coming up later in the show.
Sounds great.
We'll be back more at Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
Jerod Mayo on the move to Drake Maye.
I think now it's time to pull the trigger. We need a spark, especially offensively, and I think he provides that.
And later, cornerbacks coach Mike Pellegrino breaks down his unit's play in our Player Spotlight segment.
Right, and on the snap right here.
Inching in.
Yeah, exactly. He closes the door right there. Gonzo does a great job. Great job right here, undercutting.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets, 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit sitickets.com today. And by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Collective individuals together as a group. Together as a group. Be the best group out there. Whoever on the field, dominate. Yeah! Let's go, son!
Welcome to Gillette Stadium for this matchup in Week 5 of two AFC East Division foes, the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Second and 10 snap, a late blitzer coming, and a throw down the middle, a diving interception by Gonzalez. He has it, diving in front of Beckham.
Great play. Great play. That's how you make them deal with us, right? That's great, Gonzo, right? Fantastic play. That's about the standard we're talking about here.
Give to Stevenson, runs it to the right, gets outside, sprints to the 25, out of an ankle tackle on the 20, down the right sideline, still moving to the 5, into the end zone, tackled for a Patriots touchdown!
Hell yeah! Hey, great job, that's complimentary football right there. All day, fellas, all day.
Down to Brissett, dropping back, 4-man rush, throw down the middle, poke is open, leaping catch, back of the end zone, touchdown, New England!
After review, it is an incomplete pass. The second foot landed in the white.
Miami will win it by the 15-10 final.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk with head coach Jerod Mayo. Jerod, good to see you again this week.
Good to see you as well.
Hey, it's tough times right now these last 3 weeks. You came out of the gate, you win the opener, then you struggled here over the last 3 games. And you're sitting there and you're looking at it. How do I lift this team's spirit? Like, you're the head coach now. You remember as a player, probably had some rough spots, but as a coach, how do you lift their spirits?
Yeah, I just try to go through the opportunities that were missed. And I constantly remind these guys that I don't know what play is going to change the game, but we have to make those plays and we have to be able to finish these games. I understand the frustration, but at the same time, I think the guys are working towards the right direction.
Speaking of frustration, and not to be a homer here, as a hitter, call the games for the home team, 1 or 2 plays, can that be the difference in like the Miami game, Seattle game, where you're sitting there like, guys, we could be 3-2? And which one is it? Is you more
Are you more the 1-4 football team, or are you more a 3-2 football team?
I think we're more the 3-2 football team. But once again, we have to continue to work on playing complementary football, and I think it's apparent that we have to get more production on the offensive side of the ball.
All right, Jerod, we're sitting here week 6. Why is this the week you decided to start Drake Maye?
Well, we kind of talked about it at the end of training camp, just the way that Drake was trending, and I would say that progress has continued throughout the season. And I think now it's time to pull the trigger. We need a spark, especially offensively, and I think he provides that.
His process of working through the day, how much has Jacoby helped him as far as being the pro? Because when you get here after the draft, you're raw, you're young.
Yeah.
You learn how to be a pro. There's a lot involved in your day.
Yeah.
Take us through a day of what he prepares for.
I'm not going to go through the entire day, but what I will say is Jacoby has done a tremendous job, helping in the development process of Drake. He understands, you had the 3rd overall pick behind you. He understands, like, at some point in time, it's going to be his show, and just kudos to Jacoby for being ego-less and helping a young guy out.
5th week, you had 5 different starters up front. That's not the recipe to win games.
No, it's not. The only team in the league with 5 different combinations up front. And, we have to, at some point in time, we got to settle this thing down. I would say, between lack of performance and also injuries, there have been various factors in why we've had those combinations.
All right, speaking of being on a roll, Big Mike, moving back inside the guard, is that realistically the spot you guys like him in?
Look, he has the flexibility to play tackle and guard. I think, just from a protection standpoint, you want to firm up the inside of the pocket, and a guy with that size alone helps us get that accomplished.
Especially with David Andrews being out. David calls a lot. He's pretty strong in the middle. He's seen it all. Big Mike kind of being down inside helps.
That's right, and can help, Nick and, and everyone else up front. So it's good to have him there.
We'll talk about Marte Mapu. Guys on PUP, comes out, practices 3 days. Is he called the signals? I see the hand signals.
Yeah.
So he was a signal caller during the game. And I remember when he came out in the draft, you guys were really high on him.
Yeah.
His maturity level, not many players can do that, right?
No, not at all. I would say, he's one of the smarter guys, and we knew that even through the pre-draft process. He's just one of those guys that brings that, position flex. He can play safety, he can play a little bit of linebacker, but he did have the green dot, and I thought he did a good job. For a guy who hasn't played and then go out there and play and be on special teams, it was a tremendous performance by him.
Is he a lot like Duggar as far as the type of roles those guys play? I know Kyle's different.
They are similar, but I would say they both have the ability to play in the middle of the field and also in the box.
All right, D'Amico Ryans, Houston Texans. When you look at your organization, your path to becoming a head coach, a lot of comparisons with him, young quarterback, all of it. He had a good year last year. Did he help you in year one? Or did you talk to him?
No, so I haven't talked to him, but I have gone through various teams as far as how they built their rosters out. And I would say, once again, Caserio did a good job building that roster, and then obviously bringing in the quarterback was the extra piece. And you have to look at that model, and we're going to continue to try to build this team not only for now but also for the long term.
Time now for Ask Me Almost Anything, and this comes from Mike Brunell. Wants to ask you about Drake Maye, his preparation. What's his day like? What's his week? What time does he come in? How much practice does he get? Does he stay extra? Does he do virtual? You've talked a lot about the virtual.
No doubt. He definitely gets in here early. He's in every meeting, and I would say he and Jacoby, and really just the quarterback room, have a great rapport. He's a very hard worker. He's a competitor. He grew up in a house where his dad was a tremendous athlete, his mother as well, and he had his brothers.
Playing against his dad. That's how old I am.
Yeah, so he's a great competitor, and look, he's going to do what he has to do to get the job done.
All right, when he comes in as a leadership standpoint, guys are looking. There's a lot of veterans in the room. How much say does a rookie really have?
The thing about it, he's going to have to speak with his performance when he does get the opportunity to go out there. And I think, when the guys see the way that he performs on the field, they already know how he performs, in practice and things like that. But you build that credibility, throughout the season.
All right. If you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team. Go to @patriots.com/askcoach. You'll be back later in the show. We'll take a break. All right. Maybe do a little side of mayo later. All right. More Patriots All Access. We'll be back right after this.
Tamara Brown, coming to you from Reading Memorial High School, where we just named John Fiore this week's Coach of the Week after leading his team to a 28-6 win over their rival Woburn High School to remain undefeated on the season.
We are 4-0 right now due to our coaches and all the work they've put in, starting in early January with the off-season workouts up there in the weight room. And yeah, they prepare us every week like we're a college team, and it's really remarkable the preparation that we put in. Coach Fiore deserves this 100%.
Coach Fiore, your guidance, your hard work, having stood the test of time, you're still here. This is our third time presenting Coach of the Week. Says everything about who you are. So on behalf of the Kraft family, Patriots Foundation, the New England Patriots, we want to present you with this week's Coach of the Week award. And with this award, $1,000 goes toward the football program. And I want to say congratulations.
Hey, Rock Top 3 family on 6. 1, 2, 3. Rock 5, 6, family.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. The mood is gloomy here in Foxborough, thanks to their poor play, plus allegations levied against the team captain. Dan Roach has more.
They've lost 4 straight, and there's a strong sense of urgency in their locker room. Dare I say, they're desperate?
Yeah, you can use that word. I mean, you need a win. We're 1-4 right now, and we need a win. I mean, that's just point blank, call it what it is. We need a win, and we need all guys to go out there, fly around, and do what we can.
The news went from bad to worse early in the week when Jabril Peppers was arrested for assault and battery on an intimate partner. He has a November 22nd court hearing and has been placed on the NFL's commissioner exempt list.
I just want to be clear that really any act of domestic violence is unacceptable for us. With that being said, I do think that, Jabril, has to go through the system, has to continue to go through due process.
The Drake Maye era is officially underway here in Foxborough as he'll get his first NFL start Sunday.
I think it's a great opportunity, something you dream of, getting your first start in the NFL. So really excited to get out there with the guys, take advantage of, having the full week to get prepared and try to put the best foot forward to help the team win.
When you're the number 3 pick, expectations are high. And while the 22-year-old admits there will be some nerves early, his approach will be simple.
Just have fun out there, back to having fun going out there. I think this is what this game is about. Don't make it too big or the spotlight too big.
Meanwhile, his teammates are excited for the rookie's debut.
He's poised, I think he's really confident. And that's what I like to see, when we do walkthroughs and things like that. He sounds confident, he feels confident. In the huddle, he seems confident, and that's what we need.
Bring energy, and let him know we got his back.
Did you kind of whisper to him, throw me the damn ball?
Nah. I'm going to wink at him and be like, most definitely.
Drake Maye will become the 7th quarterback since 2000 to make his first NFL start in a Patriots uniform. The previous 6 in that NFL start went 5-1, including Jacoby Brissett here in 2016 when the Patriots beat the Houston Texans 27-0. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
Hi, Dan Roach, thank you very much for joining me now as Patriots offensive lineman Vidarian Lowe. Good to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you as well.
How are you feeling? What's the confidence of this football team right now, would you say?
I think right now, we've had some very tough games so far this season. And, a few games that we were in, down to the very last play. And, we're just looking for that spark, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. And, just trying to find a way to get over that hump to, put another win in the column.
You know the saying, the best ability is availability.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that saying?
100%. I never truly understood it until, this season.
This season?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I go there is because, for the first time in, back-to-back weeks, you have 5 offensive linemen that are going to play together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Do you believe in continuity, and how does that affect the offensive line?
For sure. I think that having the same 5 guys to be able to go out there, week in and week out, you're able to, figure out guys' strengths and weaknesses, and you just learn more about the guy that you're next to.
Right.
And when it gets down to the nitty-gritty part of the game where, it's the crowd noise and you really have to, make a play, it's just good to know the guy that you're next to and just have those reps built up with him.
Got a new guy under center.
Yeah.
Drake Maye. Does that affect the offensive line and how you guys block?
No, not at all, man. I think that, personally, my job is very simple. Block the guy across from me, don't let him touch the quarterback, no matter who it is at the Q. I think that we're really excited, for Drake, and we really, want to give him the best opportunity to be successful. He's a young guy with a tremendous amount of talent, and we just want to build up his confidence.
Yeah.
So that he's able to just continue to make more and more plays, and just give this offense, that spark that we're looking for.
Yeah, you said you needed a spark. What does Drake bring to the table?
Drake has a ton of athleticism, outside of his arm. He has a ton of athleticism. He's able to, I would say, make big plays with his mobility. And, as an offensive lineman, that's really great to know that, you have a guy who can escape a sack or, extend a play and, make big plays for your receivers. It just makes it hard on the defense, when you're playing, 11 on 11 with a guy who can also, run.
You got to account for him.
Of course.
With a different quarterback, how does that affect cadence? Because all of a sudden you're hearing a different voice.
Yeah. It does affect it.
You're smiling. Why are you smiling?
Yeah, because, going through OTAs, we have that, period where, we finally all get out there, all 11, and, every quarterback is getting their reps.
Right.
And normally, you have quarterbacks who have different rhythms when it comes to it.
And deeper voices.
Yeah, and different voices as well. So, sometimes you got, what are we on, or what did you say? Or, you kind of got to get confirmation because it's just a different tone that you're hearing. But after all the reps that, Drake has gotten throughout OTAs and camp, and even early on in the season, he's gotten, way better. He's turned to more of a pro when it comes to the cadence. And, cadence is a really big weapon, especially for me as a tackle. Just knowing the snap count and being able to get off to protect them, it really helps us a lot.
Darian Lowe, good luck on Sunday.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for our Player Spotlight, where we highlight players making championship-type plays. Mike Pellegrino joins me. I appreciate you coming down.
How you doing?
Love our former first-round pick, Christian Gonzalez. You're going to start us off and look at some of the plays the secondary had.
Yeah.
That's where you specialize, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, so look, Christian played a great game, but I also thought the rest of the DBs played a great game as well.
Yep.
Right? He had an enormous task going into the game covering Tyreek Hill. Look, and Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, those guys are fantastic players. Christian is playing lights out this year so far. So let's just take a look at a couple of these plays here. So first one here that we're showing is his pick from the game. Everybody's going to want to see this play. So really, just look at Christian right here. His body language, right? His body language is so important on this play to start, right?
Now, why is that? Just because facing inside?
Yeah, so it's going to be a cover 2 play right here. So what's he showing right here, Zoe?
This is like almost, I'd say, I'm gonna get cover 3 here. He's gonna bail out.
Cover 3. So cover 3, right? This quarterback's going to think that he has an inside pass right there, right? So obviously, right, he's doing a really good job disguising the safeties, the rest of the unit doing a great job behind him, right? And on the snap right here.
Inching in.
Yeah, exactly. He closes the door right there. He puts himself in a position to break, right? And you can see Huntley's head right here. He's checking the safeties. He does that quick 1-2 right there, right? Where am I going to go with the ball, right? And then he just decides, look, I'm going to throw it, right? I'm going to throw it. Gonzo does a great job right here, undercutting. Right? Watch it on the TV copy right here. You get a better look at it. I saw this on TV when we got home from the game.
So this is cool. We're adding TV to this. This is good.
Exactly. TV to TV, right?
Nice.
All right, so here we go. You get a good look at it. He's reading the quarterback. Good job. Quickly IDs the receiver, right? Here he goes, working flat, right? And that little like just check right there with that left hand, right? He's not grabbing anything, so don't worry about that. Okay.
I didn't believe me. I don't want a holding call here.
Here he comes right through, right, and grabs the ball. He catches the back end of the ball, but it really doesn't matter, right? As DBs, we just got to catch it, right?
That's great play. Elite play right there, driving on the ball, undercutting it.
Great concentration. Watch him get his hands underneath the ball too. Right? Like, that's an elite play right there at a quarterback. New England fans might remember his very first game, right? Fourth quarter, 4th down, right? He's going up there versus Smith, right? It's 4th and 2. He's one-on-one on the backside. Similar situation, different coverage, right? Here he goes, right? Undercuts it. Same technique.
Same play, same
technique, right? Here, he drops the ball. Drops the ball.
That's as a rookie. Now you're a second-year guy. Yeah.
Now he comes back. He makes the play. Super proud of the growth right there. I believe this is the last play right here.
Okay.
All right, so we got him in a stack right here. Okay, let's start right here. Marco Wilson, 2-2 again. right? Look at the discipline. Watch Marco's pad level, right? Marco's pad level never changes, right? He has good pad level, and that's so important when you talk about off coverage, right? The game's going on.
When you say pad level, it's just you're not standing up or you're not getting your pads over your feet, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to keep that chin down, right? That chin down, not rocking back right here, right? You can't really do much.
Let the legs move, but keep everything else
exactly,
nice
right? You really want your chin over the toes, right? Proud chest right there as you're in a pedal. Look at that. That's fantastic right there. Right, he's doing a really good job right here, right? Sticks that right foot in the ground, right? We work this drill every day to push off that right foot and drop step and come back downhill. That's great coverage by 2-2 right there. All right, so now we'll look at Gonzo right here in the slot. So now he knows he's got Tyreek trapped in a little bit of space right here. All right, so heavy outside leverage, right? Good job right there. So now he's stemming vertical, right? Stemming vertical. But I know where my help is, right? I got a guy inside right there. Okay, we watched Tyreek shake a guy from Jacksonville earlier in the year, right? He tried to undercut him right here, Tyreek Hill, right? That seems a little silly, right? He ended up this way, right? No disrespect to him. Yeah, and Tyreek went that way, okay? So good film study by Gonzo, was all over it, ready to go. He bows back out, right? And he's ready, waiting for him right there. All right, and then the last guy on the play, we're looking at Marcus right here. Look, his pad level popped up a little bit, but he realizes it mid-snap, right? So you see that conscious effort to put his chin back down, get his feet back underneath him, right? And get ready for this break, because he kind of feels this coming, right? Odell's pad level comes up, right? Slow cut right there, right? Now he knows, all right, intermediate, let's go, right? Good break, top shoulder right here, right, to finish the play, right? Really nowhere to throw the ball, right? And we get a sack from our new guy, Roy, right there.
Covered
right?
sack.
Fantastic. We love it.
Great stuff, man. Hey, great breakdown, buddy.
Yeah, no
You're
problem.
welcome here anytime if you want a job when you're done coaching.
All right, sounds good.
All right, there's Mike Pellegrino on your player spotlight. Thanks for joining us, Mike. All right, more of All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access, Kendrick Bourne's mic'd up.
You will. You the heart.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Gillette Labs with Exfoliating Bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. On Sunday, number 84 returned to the Patriots lineup, bringing a much-needed burst of energy and enthusiasm to the field. Listen in as we have Kendrick Bourne mic'd up.
Here we go! Woo, 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 woo. Hey, how was my first speech in the middle? I did good? I heard that? I did good.
And hello again, everyone. A very pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to Gillette Stadium for this matchup in Week 5 of the New England Patriots and Miami Dolphins.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh. Let's go, man. Love you, bro. Love you, man. Thank you, man. We gotta get a handshake. Oh, my boy. Woo! Finally. Finally. My man. You're back. It's so good to see you. Thank you. What's up? Oh, we got the whole crew. Hi, Mom. Hey, baby. Love you.
Love you. You're good out there.
Hello, man. Hey, come on. That's what we do. This a legend, Troy Brown, right here. Yeah. Troy Brown scored a lot of touchdowns. Let me touch him. Let me get some of that out. I'm nervous, guys. Good. No, like a good nervous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, for real. I actually like it. No, it's gonna be lit. I'm waiting for it.
Second and 10 snap. A late blitzer coming and a throw down the middle. Diving interception by Gonzalez.
I'm finna scope. Hey, good job, Kevin.
Again to Stevenson, runs it to the right, gets outside, sprints to the 25, out of an ankle tackle on the 20, down the right sideline, still moving to the 5, into the end zone, tackled for a Patriots touchdown.
Hey, you him. You the heart. I feel good, bro.
Brissett turns and gives to Ramondre, runs to the right side, and he barrels his way forward to the 13-yard line.
Hey, man, way to run hard, man. Shout out 3-8. He felt that. I know, man. Trying to touch it.
Drops back with a handoff. Gibson runs it through a big hole at the middle. Cut left to the 35 of Miami. Upended and landing for 10 yards. Takes the snap. Quick throw down the middle. Pop Douglas, catch and run from the 20. And a slide on the seat of his pants inside the 15 to the Dolphin 12.
Let's go, dude.
Shotgun snap to Brissett. Dropping back, four-man rush. Throw down the middle. Poke is open. Leap is catch. Back in the end zone. Touchdown. The right toes came in.
But this is that new rule.
Yeah.
Remember?
After review, it is an incomplete pass. The second foot landed in the white.
How's that possible? You gotta get that second. He only got one foot on. That's all.
That's the game. Miami will win it by the 15-10 final.
Hey, Mike.
Bro.
What's up, bro?
Hey, glad you made it back, man.
Thank you, bro. Love you, brother. What's up? All right, I'll send it over. All right, love you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the first day he was with us, like, well, everything we've heard is true.
He's got everything. He's got all the intangibles. He's smart. He's got great feet. He can run. He's got unbelievable accuracy and timing on the ball.
The New England Patriots select Drake Maye, quarterback, North Carolina.
Next week, we travel to North Carolina to follow Drake Maye's journey to the NFL. This week's AWS stat, brought to you by Amazon, features defensive lineman Keon White. White has been more productive from interior defensive line alignments this season, generating 15 pressures on 68 pass rushes at a 22.1% pressure rate. Sunday will be the 12th meeting of these teams, including 2 playoff games. The Patriots have dominated the series, winning 9 of the 12, but Houston comes to Foxborough as heavy favorites this week.
A lot of unknown for us. We just have to go out and execute, our job the proper way. Not so much about them and focusing on what they're going to do or can do. They can do a lot of different things. We don't know that, so we're just going to focus on ourselves and making sure we execute the details of our job.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for Side of Mayo, brought to you by our friends at Hellman's. I want to talk to you about officiating, and I'm not going to get into each particular call. A lot of flags were thrown in the game. Adrian Hill came out. His crew throws about 15. I think there were 12 accepted penalties in this game. Yeah. You as the head coach, when a penalty's called, whether it's good or bad, do you go to the individual player? Do you talk it out? Do you have meetings? And does the team actually send stuff to the league? I remember when I played, if we didn't agree with the call, we would send tape and the actual plays and send them to the league because they coach those guys out.
And whatever happened after that.
Nothing. I mean,
nothing happens.
Yeah.
What I would say is, look, we go through who the crew is going to be for the game every Saturday night, and it goes back to doing business as business is being done, and it's frustrating at times. But at the same time, if it's a high calling crew, you just have to know that and work on those fundamentals during the week.
All right, good luck against Houston Texans. Go get
I
them.
appreciate it.
All right, there's Jerod Mayo right there. More Patriots All Access. We'll return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit SITickets.com today. And by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
hot early autumn day in Foxborough back in 2017 provided this week's memorable moment. The Texans had a 5-point lead, but with 23 seconds to play, Tom Brady's 5th touchdown of the day would be the game winner.
He's looking for Cooks in the end zone. It's caught.
Is it?
It's a touchdown. Patriots.
Cooks with the catch of his life as a Patriot.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, everyone. At Bob's Discount Furniture Studios, back with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Jabril Peppers, arrested and arraigned. How much did that rock this football team?
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal to have a guy that obviously you invested in, Mike, and I do think that he has been a good, solid leader back there in the secondary on the field, but we don't know all the different ins and outs, from the legal standpoint, but to have him, declared out of the Dolphins game on the Saturday, it's not an ideal situation.
Yeah, and obviously this is a very serious situation, and you treat it that way, and it almost feels trivial to turn to football, right? When you're talking about something like this, I also feel strongly that you let it, Paul, play out, like you said, and see where it goes. So start with that, Steve. I thought there was some positive play from the young safeties. Like, I thought Marte Mapu coming back, playing every snap, showed some intriguing things to look for going forward. Jalen Hawkins as well as Del Pettis.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Mapu. I just thought he did not practice at all during training camp. He went out the very first day. So he basically had 3 days of work leading into the Dolphins game, went wire to wire, every play, had the green dot, Mike. He had responsible for a lot of communication. He's at linebacker, he's back at safety, he's inside, he's outside. I know there were ups and downs. I know it wasn't a perfect performance, but I just was so impressed with his ability to handle so much based on so little preparation. I think that's a young player that I agree with Mike that they can feel good about.
Let's talk about this team as a whole, and the sloppiness with this football team.
I don't feel as good about that, Steve.
I understand that. But if you go back to last week's game, 14 penalties.
Yeah.
2 were declined.
Yep.
Correct?
That's right. And some of the penalties, like you're going to get some, there were a lot of holding calls in the game. Like you're going to get holding. They were on both sides. You get too many men on the field on a punt. You get moving the ball for a snap infraction. Yeah. You get on the last 4th down, you get your tight end is in motion, before the snap for a false start. The aggressive penalties on defense in the span of a couple of plays that really spearheaded a field goal drive.
That's right.
A horse collar and a really, really egregious roughing the passer where Keon White all but headbutted the quarterback. Those are the kinds of mistakes that just can't happen. They're not good enough, Steve, to overcome that amount of self-inflicted wounds.
And Paul, I look at it as this being the big challenge for Jerod Mayo, first-year head coach. Like, you got to clean it up.
Right.
When that's happening, ultimately, that's a reflection on you. Mm-hmm. And you could even go to the play calling offensively at the end of the second quarter. Paul, they can't have the mistakes. They also can't have the self-inflicted play calling mistakes where you're not forcing them to use timeouts. You're not protecting your defense that gets tired at the end of a game. So, Steve, I look at the whole sloppiness as not just the players, a little bit on the coaching side, too. Tighten it up a little bit.
Houston Texans are coming to town. That's the team they're facing next. Are they the model of where this Patriots team wants to get to when you look at, Nick Caserio as their general manager?
Yeah.
New head coach a year ago?
Rams, yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're alive. I mean, this team's coming in 4-1.
Yeah, and it really is, because you look at it, it's one of those teams that there's a debate, right? And we had this debate come draft time. Do you get the quarterback first and then try to add, or do you try to build the team and then, put the quarterback in the middle of a really good situation? Houston did what the Patriots are trying to do. Mm-hmm. They got C.J. Stroud first. They had a good draft. They also got Will Anderson in that draft, Tank Dell in that draft. So they had some good draft picks with Stroud, and then they've added in year 2, Steph Diggs and guys like that, Daniil Hunter. So some good additions, Joe Mixon, another veteran. That's what the Patriots want to do, Mike. They got Drake Maye first. Now we'll see in the future if they can add to it.
I mean, to me, this is the ideal scenario if you're looking at it. You're saying, okay, Elliott Wolf is your Nick Caserio.
Yes.
Jerod Mayo is your DeMeco Ryans. And Drake Maye is your C.J. Stroud. I don't know if that's a pipe dream, guys, but I think it's at least the model. You used the word model, Steve. Like, that's what you're trying to build here.
That being said, prediction time.
Yeah, I just, we look at that vision, and I just think that Houston is so much further along in that they're not necessarily in the pipe dream stage like you and I, Mike. So I think Houston has too much. they're 4-1.
Yeah.
Strangely, they have a negative point differential, so they've played a lot of close games.
Yeah.
I think they have too much offense, even without Nico Collins. I'm going to say 23-13 Houston.
Yeah, I want to see the Patriots play better, play smarter. I think they will. I don't know why. Again, might be a pipe dream, but I'm going to go with Houston. 23-20 in a close game on what hopefully is a beautiful day.
All right, guys, thank you very much. That'll do for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.